Hi, I'm Tereza from PotomacBeads. Today we'll make together my Clematis earrings. These little delicate earrings are made from Potomac round crystals, Potomac crystal chatons, seed beads and a little flat pad post. So gather the beads and start working. So today we will make these Clematis earrings. We will be working with Potomac crystal rounds in 3mm size, Potomac crystal chatons in SS24 size, and then we will need Miyuki 11.0 seed beads and Miyuki 15.0 seed beads. And when we are almost finished, we'll be adding the flat pad post. I'm using the 6mm one surgical steel. And here is my sample. There I worked with Czech faceted rounds instead of Potomac crystals. Here it's done completely in the same way, but you have to use the 4mm ones instead of the 3mm rounds in Potomac crystals. So if you want to go Czech, you can, but use 4mm. If you want to go with a little more blink, you have to go in 3mm size. Then we will be using the dragon thread. I will be using the green one. I'm using the point 006 and size 12 needle. So that's it. We'll be working in mixture of netting and triangle weave stitch. And my earrings are made from 5 little flowers. I can show it to you. They are quite long but very romantic, very delicate. So you don't have to worry. You can make shorter, you can make longer. So that I will leave up to you if you choose to go differently. But I'll be doing 5 flowers. So let's do it. So on my thread, if you are interested, I have a wingspan long piece of thread. It's quite a thread eater, this project, so don't worry if you want to go a bit longer. And we will start by putting 5 of the Potomac crystal rounds in 3mm size on. So I have 5 beads, which are representing my 5 petals in the crystal, in the flower. So take them down to the end, leave a tail, and it doesn't have to be necessarily long, and go through all the crystals again so they create a circle, and then go also once more through the first one. That will create a very nice circle. And pull, and now it's closed. And now it shouldn't come up loose when you are adding more beads, despite us not having a knot in there. So let's build up on this. In between each of the crystal, we'll be adding 1/15. So pick 1/15 and go into the next crystal. The 15s tighten the design a bit more up once more, like additional tightness. So like this. And the last one. And finish in the crystal. So this is it. This is the base. And now we will build up things on top of this little flower. So we will be switching a bit and work now with, instead it was like a peyote a bit, so now we will work with a right angle weave stitch. So this stitch will hold the chaton inside. We will start by putting on 1 11/0, then 4 15/0s, and then 1 more 11/0 again. So I have this on my needle. And now circle around the same crystal and go through it from the opposite side. Like this. put the seed beads to the middle. And now move over to the second crystal, and you can go also through the 15-0 that's sitting in between to make it easier for you. So like this. And then we will continue on the on the right angle weave. Put on 1 11-0 and only 3 15-0s. So you have only this on your needle. And now go down through the 15-0 and the 11-0 from the previous square or the stitch. So like this. So that's like a second loop over the crystal. And now go down through the crystal. Don't go through the 15-0. Skip the 15-0 here. Don't go through it. And go only through the crystal. And then through the next 15-0 and the next crystal. You can do it step by step. So first go through the crystal, the 15-0, and into the next crystal, so we can add another loop. I'll be putting on my needle the same like previously. So 1 11-0 and 3 15-0s. And again, I'll be going through the 11-0 and the 15-0 it's sitting right on top of it. So this is my third loop. And now continue through the crystal. And then through the 15-0 sitting in between this one and the next one. And into the fourth crystal. So now I will repeat this once more. So putting on 1 11-0, 3 15-0s and circling around. And then there's the only one crystal missing. There is a bit different, so continue. Do the last repeat over the fourth crystal and then I'll catch you up and show you the fifth one. So I finished the loop over the fourth crystal and now my thread is coming out of the last one of the fifth one. So now when you are at this stage, go up through the 11-0 and the 15-0 that's sitting on top of it. Now pick only 2 15-0s and go down through the 15-0 and the 11-0 from the fourth loop, the 15-0 that's sitting right on top of the 11-0. And before you close the loop completely, go through the fifth crystal like you would do in the loop. So you go fully around, but before you pull this thread completely, take the SS24 chaton and put it inside so it's sitting on top of the crystal flower. Keep it there with your finger like this and pull. You don't have to pull too much because now we will tighten it up with some more sewing through the beads. So go up through the 11-0 and the 15-0 again. So now you finished the circle, you can squeeze it a bit, position the beads in there. And now you have this lovely flower and we will have to go through the 15-0s on top to close the circle and then continue on making another flower. So let's do this. So now without anything, there are the pairs of the 15-0s here at the top. So go through the pairs only without anything. So there's first 2, second pair, third pair, fourth, fifth, and go through the first pair as well, so you have fully closed circle. And now pull, and you have a lovely flower, and that's it. Now we need to go and get in some of those crystals. Now we are in the first flower, so it doesn't really matter which one. So I will go down through the 15-0 and 11-0 here. And then skip the 15-0 that's here below and go into the crystal. And now we'll be creating a connection for the flowers, and then you will move over and create the next flower on your own. So the connection, it's very easy. So we will start with 8 15-0s. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 15-0s on my needle, and go through the same crystal once again, not the 15-0s, just the crystal, but from the other side, of course. So like this. And now go up through the first 4 15-0s and pull. Now they are nice and straight. Pick one 11-0 and go down through the other 4 15-0s. Sometimes this can happen, so pull a bit take the 11-0, pull, and then go back again. So now you have this V shape, and go once more through the crystal. Now it can be a bit, yes, just the crystal. Pull and go up through the 15-0s and then the 11-0. Now take only 4 15-0s, then 1 crystal, and then 4 15-0s again. Like this. Go through the other side of the 11-0. So like this. And to make the nice V shape, we will circle everything once more. Go through all the beads basically. So 4 15-0s, the crystal, the other 4 15-0s, and then skip the 11-0 and go only through the 15-0s. So skipping the 11-0, not going through it, but there is a little piece of thread here now sitting on top of the 11-0, which will hide behind it and create a nice V shape and finish in the crystal. And from here you will repeat all the steps. I'll show you how to do the first flower, but it's the same. The only thing you need to watch later is the shape, because we only have 5 crystals for the flower, so there will be like a zigzag shape created. And you need to watch so you don't go in a circle, but you need to switch between the crystals to have the zigzag shape. That's the only thing you have to worry about. Otherwise, it's fine. And when we reach the fifth flower, we will add the flat pad post on the other side with a little bit of netting or right angle weave stitch. It's kind of mixed up. So that's the only step missing, and after that the earrings will be finished. So now let's do the flower once more. So since you have 1 crystal here, you need to put on only 4 and go through the other crystal. Create a circle and that's it. You don't need to go twice through the circle. If you are a bit worried and your beadwork is sometimes a bit loose, you have issues with the tension, you can go through the whole circle once more. I tested it on many times. There's even like different ways how to reach this flower. You can mix up the stitches, but this one worked the best for me because you don't have to go twice, because now when you are adding the 50 nose, it kind of works as a lock for the tension, and it will help the crystals to stay together. So that's why the 50 nose are added now, not later, because sometimes they can get in the way. I noticed. I tested adding them later, but this works much better. So like before, I'm adding the 50 nose in there. And from here, you already know what to do. So pick 1 11-0, 4 50 nose and 1 11-0, and go through the crystal from the other side. Continue to the 50 node in between, so it's easier. And then the crystal from here, we will pick up an 11-0, 3 50 nodes, and go into the 50 node and 11-0 here and create all the loops necessary. Don't forget to to add the crystal here. And when I finish this flower, I will show you where you need to get out of the flower so that you have the nice zigzag shape. So my decision now on the second earring is quite easy. I already know which way I have to go. If you are making the first earring, it's actually even easier. Okay, I was a bit mixed up right there, but never mind. Because when you are starting with the first one, you have like free hand and you can go which way you go, and then just the other earring has to be mirror-like, right? So this is the first one. So now I have this one on the left, the second one on the right, left, right, left. So now when I'm making the other one, the post will be on the last flower. So now I have to go to the right, so it's mirror-like. So this one is right, left, and the third one needs to be right. So I have to go and be exiting out of this round, because it's turning in like in between, or how to say it. There's like, picture a little circle here on the side, and this one crystal is sitting on top of the circle. Then there's a circle around here, and this crystal is sitting on top of the circle, and that way it's bending. So here, here, here. Maybe it's a bit complicated, but that's how I picture it. So let's say now I need to get out of this crystal. So what I'm doing, I'm continuing through the beads here at the top. Now I'm gonna get down and get into the crystal. It doesn't matter which way you are exiting, if it's down here or right there, it really doesn't matter, but it needs to be this round. So it's bending this way now, because now the connection will be here. So that's why. So now I will put on 4 and then another 4, 15 rows, so 8 in total. Going again through the crystal and then doing the connection like previously. So now it's bending this way. When I'll be making the fourth flower, it will be again going the other way. When you actually turn the first one, you are just making the same one but from the other way. The ear post is not here but down at the bottom. So I am now doing this to get here, and when I'm at the third, I will have to switch and go through this bead. You will get it. It's not it's not difficult. I'm just over explaining things, I'm pretty sure. So let's do the switcheroo and continue on the connection. If you don't do the switcheroo, you just can go around and create a necklace, which is something I am actually doing at home, and I'm trying to create a necklace out of these. Hopefully I can show you later, because that's also another possibility. If you don't do the zigzag, you can go around and create a very long necklace full of little flowers. So let's continue. I'll be adding the third flower, and hopefully soon my earrings will be finished. So I did my third, fourth and fifth flower, so I have the length I need. So when I was trying to turn at the number 3, I have here the little crystal going towards inside. I have 2 on the outside, so I have the nice zigzag pattern, and now I want to add the earring post at the back. So when you're finished, like you would do for the connection, you need to go into a crystal. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going down into this one. So I connected the pairs of the seed beads of the 15-0s on the top, and now I just go down into the crystal. And now on the back we'll be doing the same like in the front. So we'll be creating loops over each crystal, but it won't feature the 11-0s. They will feature just 15-0s. And each loop is out of 6 15-0s. The first one, so let me just check. So there are 2, 2 and 2 in one loop. So I start with 6. So put on 6 15-0s and again circle around the crystal. Like this. Now continue through the 15-0 in the basic circle and then into the next crystal like we did before on the other side. Yeah, like this. So I'm continuing through the 15-0 and into the next crystal. And now I am picking up only 4 15-0s, because now I'm missing 2 into the number 6, which will be shared from the previous loop. So when I pull this up a bit, so this is the first loop, now it will be like this. So these 2 15-0s, the ones in the loop, the last 2 ones closest to the 15-0 in the basic loop in between the crystals, go through them. Now go down into the crystal, the same one, but from the other side. Continue to the 15-0 in between the crystals and into the next one. So this was loop number 2. Loop number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 seed beads again for 15-0s. Find the 2 15-0s from the previous loop. Get through them into the crystal after that, then into the 15-0 in between this and the next crystal. Pick up 4 15-0s again. So 4. Go down through the 2 from the previous loop. Go through the crystal, the 15-0 and the last crystal. And in this loop we will again have 6 15-ohs, but 4 of them are from the loops which are already there. Just struggling that I'm trying not to pick up, yes, not to pick up the 15-oh. So I'm in the last crystal. Now I need to go up through the first pair of 15-ohs from the previous loop. Now I need to pick up last 2 15-ohs and going down through the pair from the previous loop. And now just continue into the crystal so we can pull it together. I'll just go into the 15-oh, that's fine. Can go back if I need to. And before you close the loop again, insert the post and pull. Now it can be a bit wobbly, you can try to pull, and now it should look like this. It can be a bit off center, but it's totally fine. And now go up again to the shared pair of 15-ohs so you get into the inner circle, and like here at the top, after inserting the chaton, we will circle around the pairs at the top here, which will really hold the post in. So I would recommend circling at least twice. Connect the pairs. So this was circle number 1. Now I will do circle number 2, and somewhere I will find a spot to knot away the thread. I will go away from the knot and cut my thread, and after that I will return to the starting tail on the other side of the earring. I will do the same, and after that the Clematis earrings are finished. Thank you very much for watching my Clematis earrings tutorial. I hope you had fun making these little dangler earrings. If you need any of the materials, you can go below the video into the description box. If you need to purchase something, there are links to both our US and EU site. I'll be looking forward to seeing your pictures in our Facebook group for beading and jewelry making, and I'll see you in the next one.